How are you doing, guys? So today is a big achievement personally for me, as you might already read the title of this video, that I have finally achieved something quite difficult, especially. Now, you guys might know the developers FromSoftware, since they're making quite incredibly very difficult games that are recently coming out, such as like the Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne. Yeah, all these games I've just mentioned, I have got all of the platinum trophies on all of them. That's including, I have the list right here in front of me as well. So it's just like Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. That's also including Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Bloodborne and the DLCs, and last but not least, of course, Dark Souls 3. And yes, so it's a big achievement personally for me, especially since I started playing Dark Souls games and such, like from software games. I should be more specifying, like midway through the summer, and I have finally achieved getting all the 100% trophies on all of these games, and so that's a big achievement personally for me. Not a lot of people can actually strive towards something like this, since they're there's a lot of, it's a challenging game, obviously. That's including, if you guys did not see my other video regarding how I fell in love with these sort of games, I actually, just do take a look at that video. I will leave down links below in the description for you to take a look and hear about how I got into these sort of games. Because, mind you, Dark Souls is not the only Souls-esque experiences that I'm playing and getting platinum trophies. I'm actually going like Remnant, for example, The Surge 2, Nioh, and so many more. And that's, of course, I'm going to be getting into, for example, the upcoming Jedi Fallen Order has a lot of the Dark Souls-esque experience, esques in there. It's going to be Nioh 2 that will be coming out at the first of the, first half of the year anyway, in 2020. That's what everybody believes will be coming out. And that's also including that, Elden Ring will most likely be coming out as well. So this is just the meaning that I do know that FromSoftware has already produced and made games even before the PlayStation 4 era, such as like the Demon Souls. But unfortunately, I can't get into those games due to their very weird clunky controls. And number two, I actually don't have those consoles. I already sold off my PlayStation 3. I don't have any other consoles back then. And if I would have had an option, I think I would have done it. But again, going back to my first point, I don't think I would have done it so, because I'm waiting for more of a remastered version of these games, or some kind of Soul-esque experiences of the games, or maybe a brand new game coming from software or anything else like that. Right, so that's why I'm waiting on it. That's why I have specified saying that I have finished all, and I got platinum trophies on all of the FromSoftware games that came out in PlayStation 4 so far. Of course, Elden Ring, it's definitely going to be my next achievement on my list, for sure, for getting to the platinum trophy. As I'm talking a little bit about this, I actually tried to go for the Dark Souls 2. That went first because I was almost at the Platinum Trophy already. I played the game through again, got all those sorceries, pyromancies, and so many of these collectible things that you require to do, and you have to go with the alternative routes as well that you didn't go at first. Similar thing with the Dark Souls Remastered as well. That's actually a little bit more tougher, and in cases like you have to find, and craft as well, I should say, the rare weapons, and that counts as one of the more difficult trophies. But actually, I'm quite surprised the way the trophies that they were actually managed to be achieved. Like in Dark Souls Remastered, it's like a 7.7 percentage of the people that achieved the Platinum Trophy. Dark Souls 2 is an older game, but yet it has far less percentage. 4.7, 4.8 at the currently I'm actually recording this commentary anyway. Now, it will be a different story I'm going to get into and see how the Sekiro does. Actually, it's a lot more. It's far more, actually. Yes, it's 8.5% as, again, during the recording of this video. And if I do take a look as well into the Dark Souls 3, and that's actually even less. That's like a 5% achievers that, got the trophies for the Dark Souls 3 anyway. Now, Bloodborne was my very first FromSoftware Platinum Trophy, and that seems like it's also on a lower end anyway. It's actually on like 5.8, 5.9% of the achievers anyway, but that's like excluding, of course, the DLC. The DLC is a similar route. The most difficult trophies that you need to collect is all the hunter's weapons and acquiring them, all of them anyway. That's also like a 5.7% anyway. That's what it indicates in here anyway. So yes, it does seem like a bit of a grind some cases as well. Now, of course, if you are a bit of a lover in these games and such, I highly advise you to go ahead and try your best to get at. But here's a piece of advice I would love to give. Firstly, if you are getting into the game for the very first time, let's say that you are very experienced with Dark Souls games as such, right? And you want to go back and go with the previous games, such as as I did. I played Dark Souls 3 first, then I played Bloodborne, then I played Dark Souls 2, and then, well, Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2. Yeah, it's weird. And yeah, there's a lot of things that, as the remasters goes, there's not very good, as the remasters go, I should mention. The game's fantastic though, don't get me wrong on that part. But yes, make sure you play the game, finish the game, get as many trophies as you can. If you are going to be going for it as a trophy hunter, more like an achiever, and take it easy, enjoy the game, finish it, that's it, enough. And if you feel that you are, okay, I've had enough, take a break for like a solid a month or even 2. Seriously, that's what I did. That's why it took me so long to get this trophy, to get the Platinum Trophy on the last 2 Dark Souls games, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 Remastered. And the Platinum Trophy achieved all in one day for both of these games, because, I was already almost near the end, and I did that on purpose as well, actually. I kept on going back and forward, even though Dark Souls 2 feels like a better controls to it, or compared to the ones of the remastered version anyway. But again, that's a subjective thinking anyway. But still, this is a remaster. We're talking about Dark Souls 1 in general is an older game than the Dark Souls 2. And even though it got its remastered, again, remasters, as how remaster goes, it's kind of disappointing wise, but the game's great. Alright, I think that's that. I wanted to, share my, opinion, right? I wanted to share my thoughts and my achievement for the Dark Souls FromSoftware games, I should even say, from all their games on the PlayStation 4 that they released so far. And I've got all of the Platinum trophies on that. That's just like a big achievement, especially coming from me, since if you would have asked me this question, here, ZDEyE, do you like FromSoftware games? Like, if you had asked me like at the beginning of June, I would have said no, not really. At the end of June, I think it was like midway, even July, that's when I just lost my goddamn mind going, like, FromSoftware games and everything, like anything to do with them. Fantastic. I'm down for anything that they have to offer, and that's simply excellent in my book. Well, then I think I dragged this long enough. Thank you so much for watching, like, and subscribe. See you guys all later. Have an awesome day, and have a good one.